Hi, welcome to What's Up with DJ Now. Today we're making an air fryer carrot cake. Here's the ingredients you'll be using. They will be linked in the description as well. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'd like if you could please subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Now we're going to start with showing you the pan that I'm going to be using for this. It's they call it a bucket pan. You can use it for cakes, anything you want. Fits nicely in the air fryers. Now this recipe I'm making is for a 6-inch cake. However, my bucket is a 7-inch, so it's going to be a little bit thinner of a cake, but that'll be okay. And I'm just putting some, oil on it and flouring up so it'll be ready for the batter. Okay, now let's get started. We're going to use 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. We're going to be doing our dry ingredients first. I'm just using a little bowl because, like I said, it's a small batch cake. Next is 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. You can use a bigger bowl if you want, but I knew I could get away with a little bowl, so I just used the little bowls. And we're going to use 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And I will put the recipe in the description as well. And then we're going to put just only 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, which is hardly any. I am making this cake for my dog Sammy. You probably see him in my videos. He's my best buddy. It's his birthday today on February 20th, so I wanted to make him a little dog-friendly treat. It is people-friendly too, but I took out the ingredients that are harmful to dogs. So those are the dry ingredients. We're just going to whisk those together so they'll be ready. And this is, all ingredients that people can eat too. It's just making, a positive, to make it a positive one for dogs to keep out the stuff that's not good for them. Okay, now we're going to take 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. Now dogs can have sugar, but they shouldn't have a lot of sugar. I opted to use Splenda in this, and I did research, and Splenda is okay for dogs in moderation. So instead of regular sugar, I'm putting 1/2 cup of Splenda. I'm going to put 1 large egg. You could use regular sugar. Your dog's not eating sugar every day. It's just a special occasion, and he's not going to eat the whole cake. Now we're just going to whisk this up, our sugar, egg, and oil mixture, and whisk that up nice and good. Cinnamon is okay for dogs, and nutmeg is not. So if it calls for nutmeg, you would want to leave that out. Also, I'm leaving out nuts that are usually in carrot cake because walnuts and pecans are both toxic to dogs. Okay, now this is my shredded carrots I had shredded before the video, and we're putting in 1/2 cup of finely grated shredded carrots into our mixture. And we're going to whisk that all together. I always do something special every year for Sammy. I've made him different other little cakes, doggy-friendly cakes. A lot of cakes call for peanut butter and applesauce, but this one was a little different. He's not crazy about peanut butter like some dogs are. So I'm going to incorporate 1/2 of my dry mixture at a time. Now I'm going to do the other 1/2. And you don't want to over blend, mix it up. You just want to do it nice and good with the whisk. And I'm showing you the consistency there. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour it into the pan. Like I said, mine's a 7-inch pan, so the cake's going to come out kind of thinner than it normally would. It's the recipe for a 6-inch one, but 7 is what I have, so that's what I use. It's just me, so I like making small batch, cupcakes and small batch stuff so that I don't feel the need to have to eat the whole thing myself and be guilty. Okay, now we're going to put this in the air fryer. And mine is a Power XL air fryer, but you can use it on any air fryer. And then we're just going to stick our little bucket in there. Now, if you're going to do air frying, it's really supposed to be 325 for 24 minutes, but mine only goes 320 and 330, so I opted to leave it on 330. And then we're going to set it for 24 minutes. I did go back a couple minutes after it was cooking and changed it to 320. Okay, now I'm going to work on the frosting while the cake is cooking so I can get it in the fridge. And the frosting, we're going to start with, let me see, what was it? I think 4 tablespoons of butter. Let me see, yeah, it's, well, 1/4 cup or 4 tablespoons of softened butter. Then we're putting in 4 ounces or 1/2 cup of softened cream cheese. I used the whip one because that's the one I had, but you can use either or. Now we're going to whip that up with a hand mixer for about 30 seconds. It's kind of stiff at first when you're doing it. I didn't let my butter soften as much as I could. So you're just going to hand mix it up for about 30 seconds or until it's, nice and fluffy. Now you can put 1/2 to 1 cup of sugar. Again, I used 1/2 of a cup, and I used again the Splenda, so that's less calories and stuff. And Splenda is okay for dogs. And then we're going to continue to blend that up with a hand mixer. Incorporate all that sugar in there. And then we're going to put 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Like I said, all of these are okay for dogs. Anytime you're going to give your dog something, you should always check, because you'd be surprised at how many things are bad for your dogs that people give their dogs every day, and it can cause health issues or more complicated things. Here's Sammy being nosy because he knows it's something for him. So I decided to let him lick the mixer paddle like a kid would, so he could at least taste his frosting. It's his special day. He's so cute. He really liked it. And this is how our frosting looks, and I'm going to stick that in the fridge and let it chill up so it'll be ready. Now we're going to go pull out our cake that's beeped, and it was very hot, so I had to get a pot holder. And here's how it looks in a little pot, and it's done. Like I said, I started it at 330, but I changed it to 320 partway through. So I would suggest setting it to 320. Now I went ahead, and since it was thin and I had some leftover carrots, I went ahead and made another layer. So I'm just showing you the other pan that I used. Okay, so now we're going to get started with frosting it. And I'm just cutting off a little bit of that top because it puffs up. And it also let me go ahead and taste it right now. So I'm just kind of taking that top layer off so it'll be easier to, stack up and frost, because I'm going to make it, it's going to be a little 2-layer one. You can easily just keep it a 1 layer, especially if it's for a dog, because they don't need a lot. But I was going to eat some of it too with Sammy, so I decided to go ahead and use the carrots. I had made a extra shredded carrots, so I thought, well, I'll just make another little cake. So I had 2 little ones. And the frosting recipe that I'll link in the description too is also perfect because it's a small batch recipe and it's good for a 6-inch cake. So it matches along with the cake. Like you have a 6-inch cake recipe and then you have a 6-inch cake frosting recipe. So those will both be, like I said, linked in the description. Now I've put the top on. Now I'm going to start frosting the rest of it. And I'm going to decorate it with some of his little treats, make it more doggy cute with his little miniature milk bones. He turned 7 on February 20th when I was making this. And so I'm making a little 7. I know some people that aren't dog people think, oh, you're going a little extreme for a dog, but Sammy's like my baby. I mean, it's just me and him. He's helped me through a lot of stuff, and hey, it, you know, gives me something to do. I like cooking and being creative, so that's what I did. And yes, people can eat this after the treats are on there because they're not dusty. And when you take them off the cake later, they pull the frosting off that's underneath them, so there's no remnants of dog treats on them when you cut it. Excuse me, when you cut it. So I just wanted to make it cute for him. He's special. If you watch any of my videos, you see I incorporate him at the end or somewhere in my video. You always see him somewhere. He's like my little assistant. I thought these little treats were so cute. They had little doggy prints on them. For dinner later, he's going to have a little double cheeseburger patty, double patties with cheese for his little birthday dinner, instead of his normal dinner that he has. And then later on we're going to have some cake afterwards. Got to add just a little bit of sprinkles to make it more birthday-like, right? I mean, come on, you need a little splash of color on there to make it festive. I didn't buy those, I already had them, so I thought, okay, let's make it more colorful and fun. And there's the finished cake. Carrot cake, friendly for people and dogs both. And here's Sammy looking at it and waiting. He wanted to inspect it and to have a quick look. So I showed it to him. It wasn't time to have it quite yet, but I was just wanting him to see it. And then later on we had, this is his piece with all his little treats taken off, as you see. What a good boy. And anyway, here's him having his cake. I want to thank you for watching my video. As I said, everything will be linked in the description. I also have a Facebook group if you're interested for food and recipes. And it's kind of fun. I'll have all that in the links of the description of the video. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you'll make it. If you want a small little batch cake that's easy to make, I have other recipes for other flavors I might do in the future. I like doing, like I said, small batches because it's just me and I don't want to make full sizes all the time. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching and have a great day. See ya. Bye-bye.